The night was electric. The lights of the America's Got Talent stage shimmered across the vast auditorium, casting a golden glow on the faces of thousands of expectant spectators. The judges sat at their iconic panel. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, wearing his usual sharp yet curious expression. Sofia Vergara smiled warmly. Heidi Klum tapped her fingers on the desk, and Howie Mandel was already cracking small jokes with the audience. Backstage, a young Filipino singer from Quezon City took a deep breath. His hands trembled slightly, but his heart beat with a power he had carried with him from childhood. His name was Miguel Alonzo. Just 20 years old, a dreamer, a believer, and tonight, he wasn't just going to sing a song. He was going to sing his soul. The floor manager whispered, "You're next." Miguel nodded slowly, clutched his microphone, and stepped toward the glowing stage entrance. He had traveled halfway across the world, leaving his small neighborhood behind, where the sound of jeepneys and children playing in the streets echoed every morning. Music was his only escape, and tonight, it was his weapon. As Miguel walked onto the stage, the crowd fell into an intrigued silence. The bright lights hit him in the face. He squinted, then smiled shyly. Sofia leaned forward. Howie whispered something to Simon, who gave a small smirk. Simon had seen thousands of contestants. But something in Miguel's aura felt different. Simon spoke first. "Hello. What's your name and where are you from?" Miguel took a small breath, and in a calm voice answered, "My name is Miguel Alonzo. I'm from Quezon City, Philippines." The audience clapped. A few people in the crowd waved small Filipino flags. Simon continued, "Welcome to America's Got Talent, Miguel. How old are you?" Miguel replied, "I'm 20 years old." Heidi smiled, "So young. What brings you here tonight?" Miguel's eyes softened as memories flooded his mind. The nights he sang on the rooftop of his house. The days he busked at small street corners. The moment his mother hugged him and said, "Make the world hear your voice." "I came here," he said slowly, "because I want to make my family proud. I want to make my country proud. I wrote a song that comes from my heart. And tonight, I want to share it with the world." A hush fell over the crowd. An original song. Simon raised an eyebrow. Original songs were risky. Most contestants avoided them. But Simon's curiosity grew. "All right, Miguel," Simon said, "let's hear it." Miguel positioned himself in front of the microphone. A single spotlight followed him. He closed his eyes. The music started softly, a gentle piano melody flowing through the speakers. Then came his voice, raw, angelic, piercing through the silence like light through darkness. The lyrics told a story of a boy growing up in a place where dreams felt far away. A story of a mother working late nights, sewing clothes just to keep the lights on. A story of chasing hope even when the world tells you no. The chorus soared, his voice reaching the farthest corner of the room. "Even when the night is cold, even when the stars don't show, I will stand, I will fight, I will sing my song tonight." The crowd held their breath. A woman in the front row wiped a tear. Sofia leaned her head on her hand, mesmerized. Heidi whispered, "He's amazing." And Simon Cowell, the man known for his brutally honest reactions, leaned forward. His usually composed expression softened. His eyes widened just slightly. This wasn't just a good performance. It was a moment. As Miguel reached the bridge, his voice cracked slightly, not from weakness, but from emotion. He didn't just sing the words. He lived them. Every syllable was his heartbeat. When the final note echoed through the hall, there was a heartbeat of silence. And then, a thunderous wave of applause. People rose to their feet, shouting, cheering, clapping. Sofia stood. Heidi stood. Howie clapped above his head. Simon didn't move at first. He just stared at Miguel. The entire audience waited for his reaction. Then Simon slowly stood. The crowd roared even louder. Miguel covered his mouth in disbelief. Tears filled his eyes. Simon grabbed the microphone in front of him. "Miguel," he said slowly, "I've been doing this for a long time. I've heard thousands of songs, and I'm rarely speechless. But what you just did here tonight, that was magic. Your song is a guaranteed hit." The crowd erupted. Cameras flashed. Simon continued, "The melody, the message, the way you delivered it, I can already hear it playing on the radio. That wasn't just a performance. That was a moment people will remember. Sofia added, "You are such a beautiful soul, Miguel. You have a gift." Heidi said, "That song touched me so much. I could feel everything you were singing." Howie leaned in, "That's what this show is about. Talent, heart, courage. You just gave everything on that stage." Miguel's hands shook as he wiped away tears. He whispered, thank you so much." Simon pressed his hand on the golden buzzer. The judges' table lit up. Confetti burst into the air like golden rain. The crowd exploded into screams. Miguel fell to his knees as the golden confetti rained down. He covered his face, overwhelmed by the moment he had dreamed about his whole life. His mother, sitting in the audience, stood up with tears running down her cheeks. She had flown from Quezon City to be there. Miguel looked at her, raised his hand, and mouthed, "This is for you." As he left the stage, Simon leaned to Howie and said, "That song is going to change everything for him." Backstage, Miguel hugged his mother tightly. She whispered in his ear, "You did it, Anik. You made the world hear you." The host ran up to him, laughing and clapping. "How do you feel right now?" Miguel shook his head, still stunned, and said, "This is the best moment of my life." The video replayed moments from his audition. The nervous walk, the shy smile, the soaring vocals, Simon's golden buzzer, the confetti, and that smile on Miguel's face when he realized his dream had just turned into reality. Weeks later, clips of his audition flooded the internet. Millions of views, millions of shares, comment sections filled with people saying, "I felt his pain, I felt his hope, I love this song, he's the next big thing." Filipino communities around the world celebrated. He became a symbol of hope. Radio stations began playing the song. Music producers contacted him. TV shows invited him. And on the AGT stage, his journey had only just begun. In interviews, Miguel always said the same thing, "I sing for my mom. I sing for my people. I sing for anyone who's ever been told their dreams are too big." Simon Cowell called it a guaranteed hit. But to Miguel, it was more than that. It was a piece of his soul shared with the world. And so, from a small house in Quezon City to the grandest stage in the world, a young Filipino singer proved that when your voice comes from your heart, it can move mountains. For those watching at home, remember this moment. Because this isn't just another AGT audition. This is the birth of something extraordinary. If you're enjoying this story, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell, and never miss inspiring stories like this one. This channel is all about real talent, real dreams, and unforgettable moments. Back on the stage, Miguel prepared for the next round. His heart beat the same way it did the first night, but this time, it carried something bigger: hope, love, pride, and the belief of millions. He closed his eyes and whispered, "This is just the beginning." The story of Miguel Alonzo spread beyond AGT. Music lovers in the Philippines began singing his song in schools, concerts, and even on the streets. His hometown celebrated. For them, he was more than a singer. He was a beacon of possibility. Simon Cowell said during a later interview, "I've been around music all my life, but sometimes, you hear a song that just sticks." That's what happened with Miguel. That boy has something special. That moment on the AGT stage became one of the most replayed moments of the season. And Miguel, once a boy with a dream, was now a star with a purpose. His performances in the live shows only grew stronger. He experimented with bigger arrangements, but he never lost the soul of his voice. He always sang like it was his last song. Every time the spotlight hit him, he remembered the rooftop in Quezon City where it all began. Fans from around the world sent him letters. People from different countries learned his lyrics. His song climbed the streaming charts. And in every interview, he never forgot to say, "This is for my mom." At the AGT finals, Simon reminded the audience, "This is the young man who gave us one of the best original songs of the year." And tonight, he's going to prove why he belongs on the world stage. Miguel performed a new arrangement of his song. This time with a choir behind him. The lights turned gold. The audience rose as he hit that same final note. The energy was undeniable. When the song ended, the judges gave him a standing ovation again. Simon smiled. That kind of smile that happens when you know something historic has just happened. After the show, Miguel said softly, "I'm not sure if I'll win the trophy. But I've already won something bigger. I've shown the world who I am. And Simon, in a rare heartfelt comment, told him backstage, whether you win or not, your song is going to be heard by millions. That's what real talent is. This is the power of music. This is the power of a dream. This is the power of a Filipino voice reaching the world. If you loved this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every day, real stories like this one remind us why we believe in talent, why we believe in chasing dreams, and why we should never give up. This is the story of Miguel Alonzo, the boy from Quezon City, the voice that shook AGT 2025, the artist whose song Simon Cowell called a guaranteed hit. Stay tuned for more powerful moments, more inspiring stories, and more legends in the making. This is just the beginning.